Hey friends, it's Len here on 1A Auto. Today I'm working on a 2001 Ford Focus and I'm going to show you how to do a coolant inlet tube. It's going to be a very easy job and I want to be the guy that shows you how to do it. If you need this or any other part, you can always check us out at 1aauto.com. Thanks. Okay, so we're underneath the vehicle. We've got our hand protection and our eye protection, of course. Safety first. We're going to remove the lower hose from the radiator. You do that by grabbing some pliers or a hose clamp tool, whatever you have. Just squeeze it like this. It's spring steel. I bring it over towards the other end of the hose over here, out of the way. You can relieve tension. Okay, you want to make sure you have a collection receptacle under here so you can recycle your coolant. Don't let it pour into the ground. I like to just grab the hose, see if I can give it a little twist to break it free from the radiator. If you notice that yours doesn't want to break free for some, this one just did, but if it doesn't want to break free for some reason, you could try to come in from like the front or whatever, try to get in between the hose and the radiator with something, maybe a pick, if you're careful and you don't poke your hose, of course, or you can use a small screwdriver, put a little bit of penetrant in there, it'll go a long way. But this seems like it's working, so I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to tug on the radiator hose. Just let that drain out. Once it's completely drained, we'll move ahead. Okay, so now that we've got the coolant drained into our recycling receptacle down there, we're going to come up top. We're just going to remove this little clamp right here. I'm just going to hook it right onto there for now, gets it out of the way. We have a clear view. We can compare the part real quick, just visually. Looks about the same. Put it aside. You have a clamp here, squeeze clamp, and then a couple push pins. It's all going to be easily removed. 8mm. Just like that. Yours may have a squeeze clamp there. I don't know. Whatever kind of clamp it is, it's pretty easy to take off, I'm sure. Just going to grab it, pull it right off. Take a peek at your hose if you can. Make sure that it's not dry rotted and cracked. If it's cracked or swollen or anything like that, you just want to replace it. That one looks pretty good. We'll set it aside. We'll come right over here. I'm going to do these push pins last. That way there I can hold on to, I can hold onto the hose and hopefully try to pull them off without wiggling it around too much. Okay. If you need to mark them, you can mark them, but it's pretty easy to tell where everything goes. To remove these, just grab them with my pliers gently and give them a little twist. This is just breaking them free from the plastic. More than likely, these have been on there since 2001, so, they're kind of happy where they are. You just gotta tell them it's time. Make a move. Check our hose, obviously. Give it a squeeze. I don't see any big cracks. Do this one. Hose. Looks pretty great. Set that aside. Okay, now here we have a couple push clips. I'm just gonna see if I can find my pocket screwdriver. Put that over there. Grab this. If I can get this all apart. Just a little center punch push clip. Basically you push in the outer edge and then you push in the center and it expands the outer part. Don't look like they really grab on there very well. Whoever put them in might have had limited resource. There we are. Get that out of there. Now we've removed our coolant inlet tube. Here we are, friends, a quick product comparison for you. Over here, we have our coolant inlet tube for our 2001 Ford Focus. We just removed it. And over here, we have our brand new quality 1A Auto part. As you can tell, they're both shaped the exact same. You've got the dual pipes, single over here. You got the mounting area, same length. There really isn't too much more I can say about it. Exact same. With all that said, I don't see any reason why this wouldn't be a quality part to install into the vehicle, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. If you end up needing this or any other part, you can always check us out at 1aauto.com. Thanks. So now it's time to get the new inlet tube installed. We've got our new push clips. They're gonna go right inside these holes right here. Very simply, just line it up, push in the outer area of it, just like that, and then just push in on the center area. If you can't do it by hand, you can use something like a pocket screwdriver, hopefully. Should just wanna go right in. That expands the two ears. Now we're gonna do the same to the other side. So we've got that in, grab our hose. We're just gonna slide it right up to this nub right here. Tighten this down, 8mm. Okay. Just want to make sure it's pretty tight. These things work great, but you know, will they make it super tight? I can't say. So I like to just give it a little extra. Obviously you don't want to crush the plastic or ruin your hose by tightening too much, so you know, use your best judgment. I'll start with this one. Slide it right up to where it wants to be. We'll grab our clamp. Try to line it back up with where we took it off. It was happy there for a long time. Do this one. Just like that. There we are. Get this back on here. Take this. Slide it right in there. That hose in there. That hose in there. Okay, that looks pretty great. Easy peasy. We'll fill up the, we'll close up the lower hose, and then we'll fill up the cooling system, and we'll be able to move along. We've got our lower hose. Take off this little cap. This just protects the inside of the radiator from any debris that may get in there during shipping or handling or anything like that. We've got our little squeeze clamp. I'm gonna grab my pliers. Flashlight. There we go. Open it up a little bit. All I want to do is just squeeze the ears on that clamp. Bring it in so it's up against the radiator again. Looks like it needs to move just a little bit. I'm just trying to line it up. Very nice. Okay, so now it's time to fill the coolant. I like to use something like this. It's like a little vacuum, essentially. I'm going to create vacuum inside the cooling system with this unit right here, and then I'm going to draw in brand new coolant with it after I create vacuum. So I'll show you how this works. Hook up your air hose. You have this end closed. We open this up now. Open this. It's going to build up pressure. It's going to make its way all the way up into the green. You want it to be above the 25. And get it to the point where it's just kind of holding steady. All right. So it looks like we got pressure up above our 25 range there. Seems as though the needle slowed down on the vacuum, so it doesn't seem like it's increasing any more vacuum. We're just going to close this off. Close off the air. Now we'll just watch the needle. We'll give it a minute or so and see if it drops down any. All right, get our air hose out of here. I've got the strainer end. Put it right in here. This is going to fill up the coolant jug using the vacuum from the system itself that we just created. You want to pay attention to make sure that your coolant jug doesn't go empty. You don't want air getting up inside this. It'll ruin the whole reason why we just created vacuum on this in the first place. So once the jug feels like it's starting to get a little low, just switch it out. All right. This off of here. Okay. Right now the coolant's a little full. That's okay. I'm gonna get our funnel buddy. I'm gonna put a funnel on there with some more coolant in it, and I'm gonna run this for a little while, and I'm gonna let it burp out any air that might be inside the system. And then once we do that, we'll get the coolant down to the level it's supposed to be at, and we should be all set. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this funnel set right here, available at 1aauto.com. Inside, there's pretty much every attachment that you're gonna need, or you could possibly need. You can do all sorts of different things with this. Almost like a Lego set, really. So we'll just put all this stuff over here. Okay, I'll grab that. There. This piece right here is gonna screw on here. First we need to find the insert, the inner adapter. We'll find one that looks like it fits in there good. That one's pretty close. It might be it sits a little lower. Let me see if I can get one. Okay, I'm gonna go with the black one. Just gonna put it in there, get this started. If it feels like it's starting on kind of tough, it might be cross-threaded. Just snug it up. Give the centerpiece a wiggle. Doesn't feel like it's moving around. We can go ahead and put this on there. We'll get all this stuff out of the way. Just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of coolant in here. We don't want to fill up the funnel. That right there should be more than enough. Basically what's gonna happen is when the engine heats up, it's gonna warm up the coolant. The coolant's gonna expand. It's gonna come up, okay? If we get any air bubbles out of there, bloop, bloop, they're gonna come bubbling up. Coolant's gonna fill that hole, work its way down in there, okay? So we'll leave that right about there. We're gonna start this up and run it for a little bit. Make sure we get out all our air bubbles. Make sure that the temperature gauge doesn't fluctuate too much. It should pretty much stay pretty steady once it warms up. We should be all set. I'm gonna put the heat in the car to the hot position. Put the blower motor on. Hot position, blower motor. You can set this to wherever you want. I wouldn't put it on defrost because then it's gonna kick on and off your AC. I'm just gonna turn this off real quick. So we've got our little plunger, okay? The way this works is it's gonna go straight down in that hole right there. It's gonna plug up any excess fluid that's in there. What I like to do, the coolant's gonna be hot right now. It's gonna be super hot, so you wanna be careful not to scald yourself, right? Take a nice rag or whatever you might have, something that's gonna cushion you between the heat of the hose and your hand. Give the hose a little squeeze. And we'll just lift up on that. There we are. Now we're just gonna replace the cap. We should be good to go.
Thanks for watching. Visit 1aauto.com, your place for DIY auto repairs, for great parts, great service, and more content.